Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Wednesday night. How are we all? We all feeling super duper peak of the week and all that? Let me get my shit together.
We all got a bruise and all that being Wednesday. We don't drink on Wednesday, do we?
No drinking on Wednesdays. You know what? We're having trouble streaming to Facebook. There's maybe an issue on Facebook's end.
Oh,
fuck
Facebook.
What's all that about? There's some people watching on Facebook. Please check Facebook to ensure.
Well, YouTube was. Forget about it. Move on.
Well, I can't get it off. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Hello, everyone. People on YouTube. Not YouTube, Facebook. Apparently, someone's messing around. I don't know what it is. How do, John? How you do, pal? Hello, Daz. Welcome aboard, sir. Welcome aboard. So
that was quite interesting. The poll that you did, the YouTube poll, gives a quite good start.
Yeah. What did it end up as? That can you remember?
I've not watched at the end, but it was.
I think it was very close. There was more actually undecided.
Undecided, which makes sense.
The Central Club. Good evening, the Central Club. Yeah, the
Central Club. That's my Welsh friend. He has a podcast and.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, cool. I don't think you know him was, but
no.
The good guys.
They do welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Right, Facebook's playing up for some reason. I don't know why that's playing up, but it's being a complete and utter arse. So, no, we have people that watch on Facebook, Steve. And, you know, I went Welsh then for some reason.
Yeah. There's the Central Welsh Club.
The Central Club, isn't it? Oh,
hey,
hello, Natalie.
John, fuck Facebook. Fucking nuisance, isn't
it? Right, then, so tonight we're all going to be talking about immigration, because it's a bit of a hot topic. It's not because of everything that's going on. It's just the thing that. Hello, Nicole. But it's just something that. Yeah. Well, it's interesting to see how people feel and whether people's attitudes have changed or stuff. You know, how do we view what do we all? How could you cover up your head, Steve?
Right.
Tell him, Steve.
There's another Welsh. It's got to be yes, boy, or.
Hey, Goalie Shorts is here. Sorry, go on, Steve.
Hey, Goalie Shorts. And literally, before we started, I don't know if you can see it in the chat. He said something about being an egghead, and I looked. I thought, look at my head. He's doing my head in that point on my head. He's putting me off. So I put an hat on, literally, just because.
Well, he said to me, it really bugs me now. His point on his head, because it's actually, as he gets older now, he's peaking like that, and he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where someone will climb it and stick a flag in it. So
can we get back to immigration, please?
Hello, Rory. How are you? Well, what's Goalie Short saying? 8 weeks ago, your family wasn't allowed in your house, and now we can get a Ukrainian refugee moving and get £350 a month. Oh, that's the joke that's going around.
I've seen that in a couple of places. I'm not sure, but I can see that argument. So, is that one of the reasons we've kind of gone into immigration? Because it's quite relevant.
I think it probably was. I mean, it wasn't a direct reason, was it, Ty? But I mean, it's only people. There's 43,000 people that have said that they'll take in, like Ukrainian families to help them out, like, because let's face it,
what's the number?
There's 43,000 people now that have said they'd take people in. No,
well, they're going people in. Right, okay.
Yeah. And it's probably gone up again since then, which is really good, which shows an ace thing about people, how good people can be, Not everybody can do it, obviously. I couldn't do it. It'd be terraced house here. There'd be no fucking room for anybody here. But, it just shows to go how good everybody can be. Yaman's here, Steve.
Hello.
Hello, Yaman. How are you?
Bro. Magda, hey, guys.
Hey, long time no see.
Long time no see, my God.
Welcome aboard. Welcome, Yaman. Welcome, Sophie.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Oh, it's great.
And here we have a couple of immigrants.
Yeah.
Can we describe you as immigrants?
How long have you been? Tell us about yourself then. Tell us about yourself.
Right, guys, doesn't know that much about you, so probably to you.
Start from the beginning, please, if you would.
Start from the beginning.
Okay, so I was born. I mean, no, that's a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where were you born, bro?
I was born in 1991. Yeah, I'm not that. And yeah, so like I'm Syrian. I was living in Syria until the revolution slash civil war slash war slash all the shit that happened there started.
Yeah.
So what year did that actually start?
Well, I mean,
That year, round about that year.
2011.
yeah, around
Ray's
2011.
coming in, guy.
Hello,
Yeah.
Ray.
Sorry.
So,
Yeah, go on, Yaman.
Go on, Yaman.
hello.
This is Ray. Yaman, Safi, Ray. Ray, Yaman, Safi. Ray's a
I'm
really
not
good
bad.
bloke. He's a
Hello,
really
Ray.
good bloke, is Ray.
Yeah,
So-
so yeah, I mean it's like everything started around 2000, even before 2011, with all the Arab Spring stuff happening in Libya and Egypt. So like that was like a tidal wave for the stuff to happen in Syria. So like I would say around 2011 is where the shit hit the fan.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it really did, wasn't it? Because it was
And
pretty
so
much
you
destroyed,
then,
wasn't it?
you're around about
I was in my third year in university. Started around 2000, even before 2011 with all the
Nope.
what happened.
it's okay. Is that you, Ray?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I was studying in university, like third year, in another city other than Damascus, which is my city,
Yeah.
and like protests started happening all around Syria. Not much in my hometown, Syria, like the Damascus, the capital. So around 2012, things started.
So yeah,
getting
like I was
more
studying in
more.
university. Like,
Sorry, go on, Safi.
Yeah.
Yaman, sorry.
And yeah, so like then my father decided to move us all to Turkey, but it was like according to what he said, it was temporary, like for a few months. And we came to Turkey, to Istanbul, and then the temporary thing started to change to be a permanent thing. And I was studying Turkish for like 10 months, but I didn't like I thought since I left Syria, so maybe I should go somewhere far. So I thought, well, China is a probably good idea.
China.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I moved to China. Like I had one of my best friends was living there, and I talked to him, and he said, "Yeah, like it's cool here, so you can come."
Yeah.
So I went there and started studying something else other than what I was studying in Syria.
and what year was this? This was
2013.
right.
And how was
okay.
China? What did you think of China? How were the people and stuff?
It is an experience. Like it is really like everything happens there. It's equal part fun, equal part horrible, equal part weird, equal part interesting, and like everything happens there. And like the people you meet there is what is fun about it. Like
People what,
all
sorry?
the people you meet there, like all the
Yeah,
friends
yeah.
that you make, they all have this strange mentality. That probably is why I went there. So
Yeah.
you find your kind of group of people.
Well, that's
Well,
why
I
I
think
want to
that's
go
the
to
thing
Japan.
as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people think of China, they've got a certain way of thinking about it, but it's not necessarily like that, is it? As you will know, and like Yemen was in a rock band, weren't you, over there? And you see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
different side of the standard image of China.
Yeah, like there's a really nice rock scene there, like punk rock, metal, and all the kinds of
I
rock.
could never imagine that happening in China. That's so weird, isn't it? Do you know from the image that we have of China?
Yeah, that's what I
you
mean.
could
It's
just never imagine that, could you?
Yeah,
That's
like a day before I go to China, I was reading about it on Wikipedia, like especially the city that I was gonna go to was called Hangzhou. So it's not like Shanghai or Beijing, the one that you always hear about. It was a totally new thing for me. So I was just
Cool.
reading about this city on Wikipedia. I couldn't believe what I'm gonna see. Like I was not prepared at all. And yeah, it was fun. And I met Magda there. She was one of the crazy people I met there, and here we are.
you met
Yeah.
Safi in China.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I met in China.
That's Yemen's second name. You're getting mixed up. This is Magda. That's his,
Oh, Magda, sorry, I thought it was Yaman and Safi. I do apologise.
makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah. He
I
makes
thought
So
you
we
were
were
putting
telling
both
about
your
my
names
life,
up.
man. I went, went back to school. They was calling me Safi all the
And
time.
then somehow these two guys end up coming working with me and Erin on Coconut Beach in Cambodia.
Somehow, yeah. Like this is
Somehow.
another interesting
I mean,
story.
do you want to tell that story, how you end up there, quickly? I don't have to
Yeah,
go,
but
it's up to you.
no, I'll tell it, but I'm not gonna disclose a few things.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, So like one of the things that we were doing, like being in a rock band and feeling cool and everything, you start to experiment with some kind of stuff. And like to cut it short, I was drinking a lot of cola, you know, and
Drinking a
so
lot of cola.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So
Yeah.
like yeah, cola. So then we like me and Magda, we decided to go on vacation just for like a month to Malaysia to Langkawi.
Because it was Chinese New Year's, so like this is a good time to travel.
Yeah, and it was very cold in China, and so we thought like, yeah, it's a good idea to go just chill somewhere else. So we went there to Langkawi, and then I think the second day we were there, like we got a phone call. One of our roommates was arrested. Like the police came to our place and they arrested him,
That's right. Yeah.
and they started arresting a lot of other people that we know,
Foreigners.
foreigners especially. Yeah,
I mean Chinese too.
yeah, and like two of our
The
best friends.
party scene, basically, weren't it? The party scene was going a bit tits up, as we would call it. It was all,
Why
Yeah,
were they arresting people? Was it for things that they shouldn't have been doing, or was it
yeah,
just?
yeah,
Well, the
basically,
thing
yeah.
is, we weren't doing anything that is illegal in any European country, Like,
Yeah.
it's just Chinese Communist Party doesn't really like people to party too hard.
yeah,
Is that
especially
what it
with this
was?
Western influence.
Yeah, yeah. So is that what it was,
Yeah.
really? Yeah, just because you were having too much fun, you weren't actually doing anything wrong. They were just thought,
Well, no. We
wow,
weren't doing stuff that are like, I don't know, we weren't selling illegal
Yeah, yeah.
substances and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
Yeah,
wow,
yeah. So
that's
like, yeah, like those two people, one of our roommate and one of our best friends were arrested, a boy and a girl. And like yeah, their stories are way worse than ours. Like we
Oh,
were
yeah.
chilling in Langkawi and everything, and we were just like feeling bad and everything, just going to buy alcohol and sit on the beach, and they were like in a Chinese prison.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah, for 2 weeks and in the cold, and they didn't let them take jackets, and the girl had her time of the month, and she didn't have stuff with her.
oh god.
Yeah,
And I got deported.
and after 2 weeks, they took them in shackles to the plane. Imagine, like just
Oh,
for
shackles on
doing.
a So what did they actually charge him for? Do you know? Was there any actual charge, or is it just like,
Uh, I don't really know exactly
That's the
what's the
thing.
charge.
Because like they didn't like really let anyone talk to them, They didn't even let them come back home and pack their luggage.
that were
So
it? Just out?
That was it. Yeah.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Out and banned
Wow.
for 5 years
Oh yeah.
of not coming back to China.
So I think so. Basically, you were a bit too wary of going back into that kind of scenario.
Yeah, into the mouth of the beast.
We were afraid we were
So
gonna end up the same.
yeah. So you
Yeah.
went to another beast. Me.
Our survivor.
So yeah, to continue the story, so we were in Langkawi and we were just thinking like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, I mean, luckily I quit my job around a month before that. Magda just said like she's not gonna come back, and
Just see you.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
luckily we had some friends coming over to Langkawi to see us, so we asked them to bring some of our essential stuff like laptops.
And
Credit
Langkawi is Bali, in it? Is that
Malaysia.
Malaysia? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really nice place, and it's duty free. So like anywhere in Malaysia, if you want to drink alcohol, it's very expensive.
because it's a Muslim country, Malaysia.
Yeah.
But
Ah,
like
yeah,
alcohol
yeah,
is really
yeah.
nice and cheap. So
Yeah, that's.
what?
Oh, they froze.
No.
I said, no, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it just froze on me there. Yeah, yeah. So where are you living now then?
Now we're in Istanbul, in Turkey.
In Istanbul, in Turkey. Wow, you've been
Yeah.
around everywhere, haven't you? Gee, that's proper way to do it. So how do you find then when you've been to these different countries now? How do you find you're accepted by the people? Because that's what we're talking about tonight. Is like immigration and how people react. How are your experiences there? Were you treated? Did you see any cases of anti-immigration? Should I say anywhere?
Only in the airport.
Only in the
Really?
airport.
For me, especially because I have the Syrian passport. So it's
Yeah.
like in the airport they judge you by the color of the passport that you own.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So like
That's quite true. Is that I've noticed that being British, it's a it's a really good thing. You've got that British. Oh, the British can't do anything wrong, can they? It really feels like that at an
I thought
airport.
everybody hated the British.
Not at an airport.
probably in England only.
Yeah, no, but there's something about being in an airport. That British passport really makes a difference.
Yeah, I would
Right.
say any European passport in
Yeah.
Asia, except China recently. China is like starting not to give a fuck about anyone.
Well, yeah, there's a lot going on now, isn't there? Because I think it's the big communism, capitalism, massive fight that's going on really at the moment, isn't it? I think because communism seems to be on its its back foot now at the moment, doesn't it? That's what we're all having. So they're kicking back, aren't they? So that's going to be a lot worse. But yeah, it's just it's a big thing that in England, we have, because obviously we have Brexit, didn't we? You know what I mean? And all that, which was the worst decision personally I think that we ever made. But
I
it's
still
just
know nothing about that Brexit thing. But
what do you mean?
I don't really know. I wasn't there when it all happened. I didn't want to know, and I still don't.
Well, they
understand
gave
it all.
how it works is that we have MPs, don't we? And they represent us. We vote the people in, the MPs in, and then they decide what's best for us. So this time, Cameron thought it'd be a really good idea if he gave the public the vote on whether we should stay in the European community. And then by a slim majority, we voted not to. So, which always baffled me, did that? It was the biggest backward step ever to me. Because immigration is great for countries. Do you know what I mean? The things when people come in and they all go around and they get jobs working in different countries, they come in, they get jobs, they're they're paying taxes and then they're buying things as well, so they're all part of the economy and everything, and they're really good. But you just have these well, basically what's missed is that that they seem to think that immigration is bad for countries, and it's statistically proved that it isn't. What do you say, Ray?
Hey,
Oh,
Ray.
blimey. You'll have to excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I had to change my device.
Yeah,
I was
no
getting
worries. It's
loads
all
of
right.
echo. Loads of
Sorry.
echo. So
Yeah.
I've missed all your conversation, so I'm terribly sorry.
Right,
What do I
no
think? You'll probably kick me off in a minute, so I'll get my words.
No, we don't. We never
No,
kick anybody
not
off.
at all.
No, I think what people are doing are looking at immigration as a single thing, but it's all part of a big picture. It's not normal to me. What's been going on in the last few years is not normal immigration. It's part of an agenda.
How do you mean
And
an agenda, eh?
I truly believe that. I have no doubt whatsoever in my mind about that. It's all scripted. I mean, for example, we set the Middle East ablaze, and then they were getting people coming across the channel and asking us to help them, which of course we should, but they'd actually started it. That's how I see it, and it's the same now with in Ukraine. It's all a scripted agenda, and the same thing's happening.
Yeah, but not for the people. There's no agenda for the
No.
people, is it? Who are
No,
fleeing for their lives,
it's always the people who suffer.
Exactly.
But people are looking at, how can I put it? I think people are looking at the leaves on the tree instead of looking at the forest. There's a big picture here, a big agenda, and it's playing out all the time. They don't want any borders, right?
There shouldn't be borders. I don't think there should be borders.
Well, I'm not saying there should be. I'm not saying
Yeah.
they don't want any borders. They want a one world government, yeah, a one world government, a globalist agenda. So it's not normal immigration. They don't give us stuff about immigrants.
Ray, sorry, Ray, I'm going to
Yeah.
stop you then. Can I get you? Can I just give my view and what I've been thinking about this last week, the whole thing on immigration?
Mhm.
There's a massive problem with it. It's human. The whole thing is so contradicting the human nature of us. As humans, we're designed to go out and spread. From day one, from Africa, we were searching, we're looking for the better. We all want the better for us, all of us. We want to search for the best. But then the other side to us is, once we get our place, it's so natural in us to go, this is us, this is my spot, this is my border. You're not fucking coming in. You try and get my border and I will fight to the death because this is my place. So we're so contradicting as humans.
Well, the thing, to double up on that point, Steve, which amazes me, is you have it like where they come on with people and they moan about people coming into the country, but you can have an area, because I live in a village, Yaman, a little tiny village, right? And then Great Harwood, and then a mile away, there's a place called Rishton. And the people in Great Harwood think the people in Rishton are weird. And they live a mile away. Yeah. And it's like, what goes on here? And then the same thing with footy teams, isn't it? You have football teams, and they'll fight, and they'll do all this. And it's like,
it's human nature.
It's so
for
bizarre.
Us to have something and not let somebody else have it, but at the same time, we want to go out and
spread
and make better of ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, that like I said, Steve, in normal circumstances, I agree with you, but I don't think in the last few years it's not normal immigration; it's planned immigration.
Is it not?
It can't be planned, really.
Definitely not. Of course, it is. That I'm only telling you my beliefs, and then I'll shoot off because I know as it probably might not suit what you're trying to discuss.
No, Ray.
I don't mean that. What I'm trying to say is, it's so I'm sort of drifting off onto another thing.
I get what you're saying, Ray. I do get what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
You're going to go too far in the.
Yeah. If you're talking about specific immigration, then it's not relevant what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, all this what's happened over the last few years has got sod all to do with immigration. It's planned, it's structured.
Let's not go there with that point then, because that is
okay, guys.
Let's go for a standard view
about
the problems of immigration.
Yeah,
that's fair enough, guys.
What you're saying, Ray, there. Fair play to you.
Well, Steve, you're welcome to stay, Ray.
No, on that note, guys, but I'll leave you, but it's pointless for me. Okay. See you guys. Right. Nice seeing you again.
Thanks,
Take
Ray.
care.
Thanks for coming, Ray.
You're welcome. See you, mate. See you.
Thanks, pal. Thanks, bud. Yeah, and see, a thing that I've been looking at as well, which has been really like, because we were obviously, I'm speaking from my point of view now, Yamin, in England, you know, and we have this attitude where we were once this great empire, weren't we? We spread out all over the world, didn't we? He went to all India and taking all this stuff out of the countries, and we did say that we did all this, but we didn't. We went in and just basically raped the countries of all the materials and stuff like that. And then, when people come in the other way, we get all very like, oh no, you've got to keep everything British over here. Do you know, it's just like how, and the fact is as well is that we'll go into other countries on holiday, and our money will be worth, like they were laughing at the money that the other country's money, or a poorer country. Like, look at that! All of a sudden, all the normal tourists are rich, you know. They, look how cheap everything is, and look how they buy everything. And then you wonder why these people who live in these countries think, stuff that, I want that. Why can't I have that? Do you know what I mean? Why can't I have the money and the lifestyle? And then what? So they'll come here and try and get and work to get it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's so hypocritical. I find the UK is so hypocritical.
We for years before, we were like me, we weren't working in Ireland, we weren't working in Germany, like bricklaying, building, And then it's actually when I was away in Japan and that, I was hearing the stories. Oh, the Polish, they're all coming over here, taking all our jobs. What? Suddenly, it's not right for the Polish to come and get the jobs.
Yeah, it's always
but
a
we're
different.
all right to go to Germany and all these.
When was it the Irish? When did they have that no Irish and all that? Like, was that in the 60s and 70s and all that, weren't it?
By the way, she's Polish. So
oh, right, yeah. No. But I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, that whole idea, the whole idea of people from different countries coming over and taking our jobs. It's like, if you've got somebody from another country who doesn't speak English taking your job, you must be really shit at your job.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I think the point of the moment now is the COVID thing's made a difference, and it's like, oh, we've not been out for 2 years, and next minute, but they want us to take all these people in, and it's a terrible argument. But I've heard a couple of people coming. It's a really bad argument. But
it is.
That seems to be a thing. What I've been.
It's a stone that people try to bloody throw, isn't it? You know what I mean? That one, like, and everything. It's just ridiculous.
You know, I think like the problem is that people just don't look at the like the whole history of humankind, how it was, like how Steve said, like people started from Africa to travel around, and the same thing that Britain did to all the world, like going have territories everywhere. A lot of other empires were there. One of them like was an Arabic empire, a Roman empire, Tatars, German. Like it's always happening in the history, but like we just see this few years that we live, this few sad years we live in this life, and we just look at it in this perspective.
In that small, tiny window that what we're in, isn't it?
The immigration thing that we've been seeing for quite a few years is like the Syrians and all these guys coming over, gangs of hooligans and whatever it is, terrorists flocking over here. There's that. That's why I want to get you on, because for people to see, and not everybody from Syria, these Middle East countries, people, honestly, mate, people don't get how normal a Middle East person are.
Well, everybody's normal. Everybody from everywhere is normal, aren't they?
And terrorism flocking over here.
Well, it's just like
is a thing.
In every nation or every country, there are good and bad people. You cannot avoid that. And like especially the difference in culture, I think, between Europe in general and Middle Eastern people or Africans, there's big difference. Like there were leaps made by Europe that the Middle East is not ready to follow, and at the same time they want to exploit. I mean, I use this word, but like some of them do actually exploit the welfare and things that are better in Europe. Like for example, like there are a few people in Turkey that already got this Turkish citizenship who are Syrians, and they are trying to use the Turkish passport to get to Europe to have asylum there. And I look at these people. I mean, they are of course a small percentage, but I look at them like, come on, like where do you want to reach next? Like, if you cannot make it in another country that is already better than yours, which is Turkey, better than Syria in many ways, that is in job terms.
We just naturally see the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
We all, as the British, we've got everything, haven't we? Everybody wants to come here, but we growing up, we don't want to be here. We want to go to Hollywood. We want, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I think what a big problem that we have is that it's so easy in this country. Do you know, like because it's so, you know, like you were saying there, Yaman, about how some people, you know, come over and do claim the benefits. There's a lot more English people that claim the benefits and do nothing.
Exactly.
And they're a complete. They're the people, the UK people, that are the biggest drain on their own benefits.
There's more fucking bums here bumming it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and the thing is, so then when you get people who come over, I mean, imagine all these people who coming over and they've been so poor, you know, and the country's having to work really hard, and then they'll come over here, and working hard is nothing for them. But now they're going to get paid well for it, and they're going to work hard, and they're going to get good money, and they'll be successful. And then that's where all this taking our jobs comes from. And it's like, no, it's not taking your jobs. You wouldn't do the job. You wouldn't do the job, and these people will, and they'll work hard. We're too spoilt in this country. They've had
it's always them. It's always them twats that say it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always them type that come out with that one.
Yeah, yeah. It's just bollocks. It is. It's like when Brexit came and then it was COVID and all that lot, and all the fruit pickers went. We didn't know where to pick all the fruit, and they had English people coming on trying to do it, and they were like, "Fuck that! It's well hard work, isn't it?" And obviously the professionals that do it, all these people, they come over every season, and they do a really good job, and the English are shit at it. So it's just like they just have no idea. People have no idea. We just had it too easy in this country. Absolutely so easy. And then when people come over and will work hard and make the English look shit, that's what they take offence at, because they make us look rubbish. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's it really is though, and it's all the stuff that they come out about.
Magda, what's your story? What's a quick of your immigration life?
Well, I didn't leave my country because, like Yaman, because I had to. I just wanted to. Like, it was around the same time as Yaman. I lived in 2014, but I was a PhD student at that time in Poland, in Krakow. And I just felt like I wanted to change something in my life, like change the environment, meet new people, just do something different for a while. So I applied for a gap year at my university, and I was looking for basically any opportunities to just go abroad, like this work and travel, maybe some volunteer work, just anything was okay for me. So my friend told me that he saw this offer, like there was one British company recruiting English teachers to come to China. And well, I told them, like, look, I'm not an English teacher. Like, I can speak English, but that's it. Like, I don't have papers for teaching. I don't have experience. Just okay, just say yes. We start making visa for you.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, why not? Let's see what's gonna happen. So my plan was to stay there just for like less than a year, but eventually I left Poland in 2014 and haven't come back yet.
Yeah, you met a Syrian rock star. You think, yes, let's keep going.
What's the music scene like in China? I'm trying to imagine Chinese punk rock.
No, there are a few. I can give you some names. There is this Chinese band called Brain Failure, which is just amazing.
Brain Failure.
Or SMZB. They're really good.
Oh, yeah,
if we can, we'll try and get it, and we'll put it in the link below after this if anybody wants to watch it.
That's what I saw.
I see it as a big Ramones fan, so I'm kind of into punk rock. So.
I was watching a video when I was doing some research on immigration and all that, and there's a Polish punk rock station down in London, and they had this guy on. And he played this band, and this song was well ace. It was a really ace heavy riff it was. I thought, ooh, that's well ace. So, yeah, I'm up for a bit of Polish punk rock.
I don't think anyone can listen to each other than Polish.
It was really good. It was proper ace. I'm going to have a look at that. Because...
some good music.
Yeah.
No, it's really good.
But the thing is that I think... Because that one thing I want my kids to do is go and travel the world and see the world, because they're the best people. The best people are the ones that have been out and seen the world. Then, because you see people as people, then, don't you? Not as different, like foreigners or anything like that. They're just different people. And the best thing is that they're from a different culture and different stuff that you don't know anything about. There's nothing better than that experience, is there? He's meeting people who are completely different than you, who think different than you, and everything's different. And that's well ace to me, is that. That's just the absolute best. And that's how humanity will be at its best. If we all, and it will happen. It will happen. Like Steve famously said, we're all going to be caramel. We're all just going to be one colour in the end. There's just going to be like a beige colour in the end where we're all mixed together, and then there's just going to be one colour, and nobody can offend anybody anymore.
There's a good South Park episode.
We'll find something. We'll still find something to.
Oh yeah, they will. Yeah, people will. People will always find something. It'll be different coloured nail polish or something like that. I don't know. That's the thing, isn't it?
People like to be in groups. Like it's hard to change that, I think.
Yeah.
Why is it like? Why are people like that?
It's like tribal. Like I think it's built in our brain, in our DNA, that this is my tribe, this is my gang, this is my group.
This is the problem with us. We're humans. We're so fucking flawed.
No, yeah, but the thing is, it's the negativity thing, though, isn't it? Because, like we said before, there are some people that have this, the in their DNA to go and see the world and to see and to be positive, And I think a lot of that is, I think it's how you're brought up. A lot of that. I think a lot of that's how you're brought up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
As to how you see, as to whether you're going to be a positive person or a negative person.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's true.
It has to be. It has to be. And I think that will change. I do think that will change. I think because we experience other people's cultures, maybe through the television more now and through the internet, but you get an idea, don't you? And travel's a lot easier now. Well, that's all.
Yes,
but it is, isn't it? Travel's so much easier now. And it was like when I was in, when was it? Last Christmas down in Manchester. We went down for the Christmas market thing, and it was and the mass culture of everybody down in Manchester was brilliant. It was really good. They were all different ethnics and races and everything. It was so good, and I thought this is how it's going to be. And it is, and
it's when you all get together. You don't even think about that. It's only afterwards, or looking back on it, that you think, oh, it should be just normal, and it will be normal, way more normal as the years are going by, that we're all from here, there, and everywhere, and it doesn't fucking matter at all.
Oh, but it's how you look at people you don't know, and people are different. Whether you look at them with interested eyes, or you look at them with cautious eyes, you know what I mean? And that's the difference. And the news as well is the worst thing ever. That's the one thing, is the news. Switch the news. Everybody needs to switch the news off. I don't watch it anymore. Do not watch the news anymore, because it's just complete negativity. That's all it is from the news, and it should all go. They even do it at school, Madeline was telling me tonight, my niece came over, and they have to watch news round in the morning at school.
Really? What?
Yeah. At real school, you have to, in assembly. She's how old's Madeline? 12.
Really? News?
And she has to sit. Yeah, so she has to sit down in assembly, and they put the news on.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, she told me tonight. Eh?
That's just informing in assembly. They talk about well-being and all that.
That's just in her form, is it?
Yeah.
Is that just the one teacher doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just one mental teacher doing that, apparently.
She gets told to by the teacher gets told to by the year leader.
Oh, right. So they are being told to watch the news. And it's just, why would you do that to a kid?
I think it would be a great idea if they do this and they just say, like, look, kids, this is all bullshit. Like,
yeah.
Don't believe it. Like, everyone, look at all this bullshit where they're filming us every day.
I'm amazed that is even happening.
Yeah. Because I get things through now, which is told. I do, Mark. Mark's here. Hello, Mark.
I am Mark, Nicole, everybody. Sorry, guys, we're more than slightly not following the chat. But I think you understand. We got guests on, and
we're on one. But the thing is as well that's so bad is that it keeps coming up on when you go on YouTube, and because they have the news thing on YouTube now, don't they? Like you go on YouTube and there's a thing for news. You can't get away from it. That's the only thing
I can kind of follow.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason why they're pushing this down your throat.
YouTube has news. Where do you mean where?
Do you know
so
when
you go on your thing, you go onto it, you'll get whatever's coming on. A little bit below, next minute, there's a thing of certain news things like the war, like, in other words, press that link. Come into the world of news. Come on. I know you just want to watch silly YouTube things and have a bit of laugh, but here's some news. Come on.
Yeah, it's there. Do you know when you have your recommendations?
Like,
you'll have your recommendations, you know, your videos.
That's it.
You'll have your recommendations, and then across the bottom is a banner, all full of news headlines there. Sure, and you can. It's like I don't want to watch the news. That's why I'm on here. You know, and then they're pushing that down.
It's like country. Like it's depends on the country you open YouTube from. Like for me, I cannot see this.
All right. Well, we're at war, aren't we? So it's propaganda, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, because that's what it is.
From the Turkish end, what is the general view of what's going on?
Like with Russia, I mean, and
the
whole thing. Well, like I only follow these things on Reddit, like to see what people are talking about.
Right. No, sorry. Let me just start again. Let's go back to the immigration side to it. Is there a thing with Turkey taking the Ukrainians in? Is that like a thing? Because we're getting it here.
No, like they're giving more easier ways for Ukrainians to get residence permit.
Yeah.
Right.
But like not a huge help because already Turkey, I think they are already having a lot of immigrants from other countries. Like actually right now they're trying to limit more the international people, like especially immigrants.
And we did a bizarre thing as well, Yaman, is we did a show a couple of weeks ago saying that how in 2100 the population is going to start to decrease and how much they actually need immigrants to get in to repopulate because we're getting older and more people are having less and less kids. You know what I mean? And the one thing that's going to save it is immigration, which is a bizarre thing. That's the absolute mental thing of it all. It's so it's all going to turn around.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just
we're planning not to have kids.
Sorry?
We're planning not to have kids.
You have to. Good people have to have kids. There's too many shit people having kids, and shit people usually have about 20 of them and all.
So true, yeah.
Our approach is more like, why would we bring a new person into this shitty world? You know,
this is the trouble. This is the trouble of it. The smart people think right.
Yeah,
it's the dumb people just pop them out.
Have you seen this film, Idiocracy?
No, what's that? Bureaucracy?
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
No.
Don't think
it's a great film about exactly what you're talking about. Like the smart people, they stop having kids, and idiots they just bringing more and more.
That's it.
Like, someone travels in time to the future, and you should see it. It's really
yeah. All right. Yeah, like sound of that. Yeah.
Just loads of kids running around, stabbing themselves in the eye with forks and shit like that. You know what I mean? Oh no! Did you get to Mars? What? Well, you're like, give me another Big Mac. I want another Big Mac. Give me phone. Oh, give me phone. Oh dear. Yeah, Resistant. Yeah, it's an awesome film. I'll have to watch that one. Yeah.
To watch that.
No, but that's true though. That's what we need. We need decent people to have decent kids. Because, well, we've got to get out of all this. Sorry, go on.
Like we're thinking to adopt actually, like more than.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Like at least if they grow up and they look at us like they cannot blame us for bringing them. Like,
what are you going to say? They're damaged goods. No, they were broke before I got them. They were already broken.
Well, you'll understand this. I nearly drunkenly adopted a Cambodian kid. It could have gone really wrong, this. We know you're pissed up in Phnom Penh and watching this poor little fucking starving little kid with some thinking, this isn't right. I'm going to adopt that. Me drunk. I'm going to adopt that kid and look after it. I'm going to take it back to the island, take care of it. Imagine waking up with a naked Cambodian kid going, oh, shit. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
That's what Gary Glitter said.
Yeah, that was Gary Glitter's excuse. No, it's horrible when you see that on them poor horrible things. And... I meant well.
Yeah, I meant well.
That's immigration.
That's the worst words ever, innit? I meant well. Everybody said that, guy. You can imagine Hitler saying that just before he blew his head off. I meant well.
As the police come bursting in, I always have an erection in the morning. Right, getting silly now.
Oh, let's just reel it in. Let's just reel that one back in, Steve.
Yes, this is called humour, everybody.
Oh,
right.
dear me. Oh, totally lost track now and everything. Yeah.
I was off for turning things off.
But no, what were I saying? Yeah. So
Barry's here chatting with Pipty Popicles and Bingy Bing things.
A big what? Oh,
No, Barry, yeah, I can't say it. I can never say it.
yeah, because we used to have that. What's it called? Alvida's impact, didn't we? Do you remember? But that was another thing. We used to have these programs in England, and he was showing all the English lads going abroad, working abroad, having a really good laugh, and taking all the Germans people's jobs and all that, like this he did. You know what I mean? It was that doesn't matter.
It's just adventurous. You can't beat going. I think really to get to know a place, you've got to work in the place.
Yeah, definitely.
Holiday isn't the same. You can go holiday somewhere. You don't. If you work in that place, you feel how everybody really is.
Yeah,
it's just make a difference.
Yeah, because that's what it was. That was the great thing when I went on holiday to New York with Matt, my friend Matt, and he worked in a English fish and chip shop in New York in Greenwich Village, and it was great because I didn't do the tourist thing. I didn't go up the old Empire State and all that.
Is Matt coming on? Are you open to get
Yeah. No, he said he's coming on. He said he'd be getting on about 9 o'clock or something, but he watches it on Facebook, doesn't he? Which isn't working right now. So.
All right.
But,
well, strangely enough, because me and Woz have been working in Ireland, and then we went to Germany to save a bit of money to go to New York, and then
they blew it up.
The towers happened on the first week we were there, so we didn't go to New York because of.
I think that was a bit of an overreaction. That I think they heard that me and Steve were going to New York, and they said, "Fuck that," and blew it up. So we couldn't go to New York.
It's so exciting to go to a different country and just see how they live and things. Like that.
But you also have to working there, I think, and learning the language is also really important. To know how
many languages can you speak?
Like not fully, but like I can speak Arabic. I'm losing it. So the Arabic I'm losing. English, a bit Chinese, Turkish, and learning Polish now.
I bet you can order a beer in every language, can't you? Apart from Arabic. That was the first thing that I learned in Germany was "Kann ich bitte ein Bier haben?" Can I have a pint of beer?
How's my Iranian? Can you remember this one? Cafe shoe. Cafe shoe.
No. You froze. I don't speak Persian.
The best thing was...
is that Persian? Yeah, forget it. It's fuck you anyway. I know fuck you in many languages.
It's like
can you never grow up, Cambodian?
We never grow up, do we? You know when you're children... Sorry.
Everything in Cambodia.
Yeah, like we were just learning how to say this, give me the oil and
how
salt.
to talk to Janti.
The only thing I remember about Cambodia is how what was Mr. Dong? What was his name? He was like he took Bungie and he looked at Bungie like one of the dogs who were there.
Yeah.
He just looked at him and he was very pissed off, drunk, and he was petting him like this, and he opened his mouth.
Fuck me, I remember that. That was really weird, wasn't it?
Like, we all looked at each other and like he's just
grabbed hold of the dog, opened his jaw and went that right in his mouth.
Why did he do that?
It was a pisshead.
Oh my God, what a bizarre thing to do.
I remember,
Yeah, I
Mate,
just
you
don't
stuck
want
your finger up a dog's arse. He stuck his finger up a dog's arse.
I've done many animals. Let's not go there with that one.
Rizzler says, is that Steve or Ali G?
What? I mean, I'm a.
Albino Ali G. That's proper funny. Oh, what's Baz has put? Are you wearing a nun's headdress, Steve?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
It looks like a nun, doesn't it? The hills are alive with the sound of music. Oh dear, he can't win now. See, he's worried about having his egg head because he's got an egg for a head. Have you seen his head?
Look
look at his head. Look, he's got a big pointy head. Look.
Right, it looks worse than above this though. Oh.
It looks like that.
Right, I'm committed to the pointed head. I'm stuck with it. Right, go on.
That's what your head looks like, Steve. It looks like that, Steve. What's the headphones on now like that?
I'll do it. Yeah, right there, Fred. Back it in now. Can we go back onto immigration? Getting silly.
Yeah. I don't know. That really funny. Natalie said Steve's never stuck his finger up my arse.
You think
Fair
so?
Enough, is that?
You've been drunk down Wally far too many times. For the percentages are, I did.
What's Rory says? Surely Big Bomber did all right out of the Indiana Jones movies. Was Big Bomber in the Indiana Jones movies?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a brickie in.
It was the what?
It was the guy on the plane, the big muscly guy.
That wasn't him.
There was.
Oh, it wasn't.
It was. Right.
How much you want to bet it wasn't?
I bet you 1 million Turkish lira.
Right then, 1 million Turkish lira. How much is a million Turkish lira in pounds?
Well, it used to be about £3.
A little bit more, but not much.
Well, it's the euro now, isn't it, in Turkey? Of course it is. Yeah.
Sorry?
Turkish lira's gone, hasn't it? It's the euro.
Oh yeah, like it's decreased in value a lot since we came here. Like when we arrived here 2 years ago, more or less, it was like maybe six liras for $1. Now it's 14.
Is Turkey, Istanbul, do you class yourself as European or Asian, or is it half-half?
Yeah, more or less half-half, yeah. So like we live in the European side.
Ah, so there literally is a side, is
yeah,
there?
yeah. Well, if you cross the Bosphorus, then you're in the Asian side.
Right.
Sorry,
so
I'm just...
we're in Europe.
Oh, right.
Right, let's have a look here. Is it in? It is! Is it? Yeah, it is! Right, take it all back. Apologise, it was Pat Roach. Yeah, sorry, Rory, Steve, you were totally right.
Right, you owe me 1 million Turkish lira.
I owe him a million Turkish lira. Can you give us a job?
Googled it.
I Googled it, Steve. Yeah, dear me, yeah. So basically, what's everybody? I think chat pretty much is on the same way as we're thinking. Actually, I think everybody all agrees with. What about you, Baz? What do you think of immigration? Is it a good thing or a bad thing, Baz? I think it's definitely all good for us. Although everybody's going to be leaving this country soon anyway. It's all gone tits up now. Everything's really expensive over here now because there's no diesel, there's no petrol left. So everything's.
Well, no offense to anybody, but you have to be a bit of a moron to not really get the immigration thing. You kind of thought things through too much. It's just so natural for us to do it.
Yeah, but exactly. Yeah, I don't see that. I mean, some people say about there's not enough, there's not enough room. That England's full and all that kind of shit.
But again, it's just a very poor way of thinking. It's the kind of person who doesn't think it all through. They're just going off the this is mine and you're not coming in.
Yeah, but all they do is most of the time is just regurgitate because they never have any facts or anything like that.
That's
they
what
just
that's
totally
what I'm
regurgitate it, don't they?
Yeah,
They just regurgitate. But a lot of the time they just get it off their mums and dads because this has been going way back. This immigration, it's been going. Oh my God, back since forever. Where is it? What did I find?
Show us some facts, I can feel some facts coming on. Go on.
No, but I'm just showing like an old immigration post. So look at all that one. That was the Americans. How they thought about the Chinese coming over and all that lot. The great fear of the period, the Uncle Sam may be swallowed by foreigners. You know, and that's like back in the late 1800s. So this has been going on forever. You know, absolutely forever. So, and the way I look at it is that. See that? That's where we are in the solar system, in the galaxy. That's where we are in the galaxy. And we're busy falling out going, oh, you can't come here. Oh, shut up.
I wonder what happens when we go to Mars or something in like 200, 300 years.
It'll be the same there. It'll be exactly the same there.
That's that sci-fi series that I watched, and it did exactly that. It's what was it called? What was it called? Because they colonized Mars, and then they had people who lived in the outer rim and all the asteroids. What was it called?
The Expanse.
Yes, The Expanse. Yes,
Yeah,
and it was exactly that, wasn't it? Do you remember? Yeah, The Expanse. Yeah, and they had so then the Martians and the people on Earth were all fighting each other, and then you had the people who lived in the outer. And it was and it's just.
It's like we spread out, we go, and then we suddenly get somewhere and settle and go, right, this is our place. This is ours. This is our family, and I'm going to protect our thing. And you're not fucking coming here. This is ours.
Yeah,
it's an exaggerated version of that.
Exactly.
But it also depends, like how people or like nations, especially, see the threat. Like for example, look at the Poland. Like right now, with the war behind, like our borders, there's already more than 1 million Ukrainians refugees who came to Poland.
Yeah.
And like, you know, every Polish people, they welcome them with like their open arms and open hearts. And like they are
sorry to sound a bit ignorant, but Poland does border Russia, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Polish.
Yeah.
You have a big Russian border.
Like not exactly with the Russia, but there is a small part of Russia called Kaliningrad Oblast, which is between Poland and Lithuania, so like north of Poland.
So has the most nuclear weapons.
Well, no, like apparently it's one of the most militarized regions in the world, and it's a very tiny part of land. Like
after the Second World War, didn't Russia take Poland? You know, weren't they given Poland, weren't they?
Well, technically, Poland was not the part of the Soviet Union.
Oh not initially, no.
But it was like a satellite Soviet country, you know. So we had a government that was supposed to be independent, but it was dependent on the Soviet Union, on the Communist Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the puppet government. So Poland was technically not free until 1989.
89?
Yeah. Because I remember all the tanks. Remember all the tanks going into Warsaw, weren't there, and all that? There was a big kickoff, wasn't there? That's right. I remember that. Yeah. And then see, that's the thing as well, because Poland, obviously, you know, the people, it's bred into them from the Second World War when they were invaded by Germany. You know, well, all of Europe was invaded by Germany, wasn't it? So they'll have that, you know, that we know what it's like, you know what I mean? And then there's a lot of stuff going on though with you, which we won't get into. We're not going to get into that side. But there's a lot of stuff. But it's the people that suffer. That's the worst thing. It's like all these governments and everything. They're falling out and the big stupid falling outs and battles. But it's the people that suffer. They just live there. Do you know the footage that you see now of people? Steve, what the hell have you got going on in the background? Is your vibrator on?
Me?
Yeah, you got.
I don't know.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear.
I can't. Sorry, I can't hear anything.
Turn your vibrator off. It's your vibrator.
All right. Give me a sec.
Blender.
He's
Maybe
bought.
you're nuts,
He's bought these new noise cancelling earphones. You see, so the whole house could be on fire and he'd have no idea.
But everyone else would know, including us.
Lloyd Rothschild says that's Steve's butt plug. Yeah, who's smashing the cutlery drawer in the background? Yeah, that'd be Cal, that.
I've no idea what that was.
It was proper crashing and banging and all sorts going on.
I really thought Cal had put a vibrator somewhere for a laugh. Thinking, where the fuck's that?
That happens often.
What's Lloyd?
Yeah,
Born
it's
British
normal.
is to win the first prize in the lottery of life. Cecil Rhodes in the 1850s. That's right. Yeah. And it is,
that's totally right, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
We're
we've
very
had it.
lucky.
We've had it so good for so long, and then, but we got invaded by Ariel back in the day. That's what makes me laugh, about. Do you know where fish and chips comes from?
Where?
Belgium.
Jewish.
Oh,
It
right.
was
Jewish chippy, weren't it, in London?
Brought it over right back in early days. So when people go, it's as English as fish and chips, it's Jewish, you tit.
Well, they take different chips from.
I mean, what's it they say? What's this? Nothing. The best thing about being British is what is it? It's eating Indian curry, drinking German lager.
Just go back a little bit. The first time I worked in Germany, remember we finished this job and we had this big piss up, and they had the Polish and Turkish guys doing all the shit jobs and all that kind of thing. And at the end of the job, me and the German bosses and these two Polish guys and a couple of Turkish tilers were sat there and we had a right good laugh. We're drinking the snaps, and I thought, this is brilliant. This, all different walks of life, and everybody was just having a right good laugh. I thought, this is why I've come traveling for this kind of shit.
Oh, you've gone. Has he gone?
Like it's like a kind of a paradox, because like to know the suffering or even the good things from immigrants, you have to be an immigrant one day in your sometime in your life. And like a lot of people, they don't just try this, so they have no idea. Like they cannot compete.
So this is a thing as well. What Magda said, there's a push and pull thing. Some people are pushed to it. It's like the dark side of immigration, and then there's the pull side where you really want to go out. You're searching for that thing. It's like two types of going abroad. The dark side is what we're seeing now with the Ukrainians and many of the Middle East type scenarios. What a lot of the people are worried about, the British people. They're seeing all these people coming over. Not people in general. Gangs of young, teenage or troublesome type, because they fucking are. These gangs of Islamic fundamentalist types. That's the thing that nobody wants, isn't it? But this is the image that we are sold. That it's gangs of these, and we're all going to be in trouble, and they're going to take over the world. They're going to take over, blah blah blah.
Well, Arabs, they don't have the best PR in general, and also like the Arabic countries, like I think their big problem is they don't have a soft power. Like, for example, European countries, right? Like everybody knows like the American or British TV shows. Everybody know like the clothing brands from Europe. Like everybody in every part of the world feels somehow related to the Western cultures through the food they eat, through the clothes they wear, through the music they listen to. But like we in general, we don't know much about Arabs besides what we see in the news. And the only image we see in the news is like that there's a war there, that they came to some other European country and they make a terrorist attack in a subway station. Like there's no many good vibration news.
Yeah,
creating
that's
this
exactly
country.
right. That's exactly true. That's totally true.
Like,
Is that?
We
Yeah.
don't really know their movies. We don't know their music. Maybe we know falafel, and shawarma. So that's basically it.
I don't even know that. What's that?
Oh, Steve,
You've
you're
never
in for
eaten
a ride.
falafel?
What is it?
Really?
Okay.
Say it
It's
again.
falafel.
Falafel. I know what it is, but
I've slightly heard of it. I wouldn't
Okay.
know.
Explain.
Well, I think more known is like hummus. Maybe that's. Do you know hummus, Steve?
Homos.
hummus. You almost know what hummus is.
You have to find
Okay, I
a
think
Syrian restaurant in England.
Steve doesn't like food or something. I think.
Do you not know what hummus is, Steve?
The food.
Yes. What else is it?
There's other food. There's fish and chips.
I'm not going to repeat what. Right, go on.
I know Big Macs. I know what Big Mac is.
Don't go to Russia.
It's a Greek food. It's a Greek food. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you
I'll
said
show you.
homos.
Oh my God! Just leave bottoms alone. Look,
Yeah,
falafel.
sorry.
That's
Yeah,
falafel.
Well, that was very quick, Warren. Very good.
Oh, I'm on it. I'm on it here. Oh, I'm on it all over. So that's falafel. I love experiencing foreign foods, though. I really do. Oh, but when I went to Budapest, though, although I think I went to a shit restaurant, because I thought, right, I'll get some right good Hungarian food here, and it was a bit shit, and I thought, this isn't right. They had all the bands going on and everything, but I thought, this isn't right. Yeah. But it's a Greek food. Yeah.
Which was nice.
But apparently, Rizzler's put Stephen Hawking's twat lol. I don't know what that's about. That says everyone is my friend until they prove you wrong. I don't see immigrants, I see people. Exactly. The only people there are in this world are good people and assholes. That's all it is. That's all. It doesn't matter where you are or whatever it is. There's two different kinds of people: good people and assholes, and that's it. It's that easy, isn't it? And as my dad said,
It really is that easy.
yeah.
But
And as my
you have to think what is asshole for you and what is asshole for someone else. This is it's a very complex.
no.
thing, right?
Everybody knows. Yeah, but
No, I don't
everybody
think
knows.
it is, mate. I don't think it really is. You've got arseholes and you haven't, and there's just different versions of it. But the whole, a good person, an arsehole.
Arsehole, yeah. Everybody. There can't be a different version of somebody who's an arsehole, and then in another country they're not an arsehole. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if an arsehole is somebody who's generally not nice to somebody, isn't it? It's like, oh no, actually, him smacking you in the face for no reason, that means hello in this country. I don't think that's true, is it? Oh, he's just stuck his finger up my arse. He's just stuck his finger up my arse. What does that mean? Does that mean hello? No, he's an arsehole. Maybe Putin somewhere else invading his country and killing everybody. Maybe that's not a bad thing.
Oh, you're saying Putin's the bad guy, are you? Let's not go there.
Yeah, different versions of arsehots. Yeah. There might be different degrees of being an asshole.
Yeah,
But,
that's true. Some bearable asshole and unbearable asshole, maybe.
Yeah, but what's going on? They're all doing that.
Who's a
Yeah.
terrible asshole?
What's your plans, guys? Anyway, what have you any plans for traveling or?
Well, whenever we have plans to travel, there's either COVID or the Russia attacks.
Let's just presume none of these things have happened. And what would you be doing?
What would
Our
you do?
plan was to actually move to Poland, and we're thinking to get Yaman this a residence permit there, because like now that we are married, it should be easier to get.
Oh, you didn't know you got married?
Oh, yeah, we got married.
Oh,
Well,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, Shakespeare. So you didn't do it.
Well, we didn't really throw a party because it was in the middle of the COVID pandemic. But whenever we will, you're invited.
Yeah, let's go to Poland, stay and have a good crack. Hey!
That's the plan.
We've had some good nights, haven't we, guys?
Yeah.
That's definitely a woman's plan as well, is that, Yaman? Yeah, I'll meet you in China. Come back to Poland with me.
Well, to be honest, I'm not in a rush to come back.
I'm in a rush to exploit Poland's.
Yeah, he cannot wait for the Polish welfare.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now that we've talked all about that, how it's not all about...
We took a long time to get to the truth of it. Yeah. You're a typical fucking immigrant, aren't you?
You've just destroyed a night's work. We've done all this saying how good immigration is for all these countries, and he can't wait to exploit the Polish benefit system.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to this. Oh, fuck off, you fucking couple of losing butt. No, no, no.
That's what they do. Like I saw this thing from Aaron's show, like they say, and then, oh, hey, you know what we do at the end of each show? They say, what? Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. Oh, he loves to fuck everybody off. It's one of the best bits of the show. Some people just come on to get fucked off.
That's a reason.
What's Rory says? Rory says, I had these kebabs once in Turkey, shaped like a lemon, but was a bit like a Finder's crispy pancake. Just, they were amazing.
What's a Finder's?
Finder, well, that's a company that used to make a thing called a crispy pancake, which was basically a food that was deep fried. It's another classic English.
Yeah. Well, when I first ever had a kebab, it was a Pakistani kebab, and that was like a hamburger. Nothing. Literally, there was called kebabs. I thought, oh, these are really cool, like a spicy burger. And then probably in the late 80s, when doner kebabs came to England, everybody's getting these kebabs. I was like, that's not a kebab. Kebab's like an hamburger. And I think that's the kind of thing he's talking about. There's another really interesting story by Stephen. Please fuck me off.
A good slug of liquor. That's what comes down a chimney. Thanks, Digweed. You missed it. You did. Yeah. John says the couple story is ace. Completely different countries where they met, the travelling they did. Bumping into Steve on an island. Yeah. Bet they've got some tales about Steve. I bet you do have some tales about Steve, haven't you? What was the most stupid thing that Steve's ever done?
Let's
we'll compare notes.
I don't think we got that giddy, did we?
I think once, like we were all sitting at the bar, and then like me and Steve, we decided to go buy some supplies from another village, and we got on the motorbike Steve was riding, and we got like roadies with us, so we thought like we're just gonna have a couple of beers on the way. And then we reached there, we went to this small market and we picked what we want to get, water and stuff. And then Steve looked at me like, hey, do you fancy going to KTV or karaoke? And I said, here? And you have to know, like, this is like a shanty town, like at karaoke. And he said, yeah. So we went somewhere and like there were people sleeping on the floor, like there was mattresses. And he said like, hey, come on here, we want to sing. And it was like 3 or like 4 afternoon, and we just started drinking and singing until like 9. And they told us just to leave.
And they left me running the bar by myself. And
that rings a bell.
And then we decided to send a little boy on a motorbike to bring her. And like, how are we gonna convince her to come? Like, imagine a little Cambodian boy coming to the bar.
A 10-year-old kid on a motorbike going to Bangladesh. I've come to give a message.
These
2 guys, you have to come with us.
Yeah, get on my motorbike. That's
So imagine I'm like at the beach bar, right? Like trying to take care of like the clients, and then like there were not so many clients, but still there were some people
Yeah.
sitting there and drinking, And there's this little Cambodian boy just parking his scooter and giving me a piece of paper.
Yeah. That'll make sense. Come with me or something, right?
Yeah, and like the message was like, "Hey, come with the boy, drink with us. Red Hot Chili Peppers suck."
Was that proof to it was you?
Yeah.
That's, right, yeah. But wasn't it just somebody's house you were in, though, if I remember that story?
Yeah, like
It wasn't a karaoke boy, was it? It wasn't a karaoke boy.
Know.
It wasn't
was
the
their
bar.
own like karaoke machine in their house.
Yeah.
First time I went there, I thought it was like, you know, a karaoke bar, but
It was just somebody's
really-
house.
Yeah.
So basically, you went into somebody's house, woke them up, and said, "Play some music," and started drinking in somebody's house. I mean,
Yeah.
imagine.
There were children sleeping there, and these two just
Riders
singing in
on
the
the
mic.
storm.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine now somebody coming into your house now and saying, "Hey, play some music."
What was your Nirvana song? You had a Nirvana song they used to play.
I have no idea. I don't remember anything else from the night.
My memory's all going back to the anyway. Anyway, it was a good laugh, wasn't it?
Yes, Boyo said his account's not working, so send love to Egghead Steve. Rizzler put, didn't Steve try to fuck a monkey once?
There were no monkeys on this island, I think, or at least not on our side.
If there were,
Natalie says, "Fab couple, really interesting to hear your story." That's from Natalie.
Yeah, it's great to have you on, guys. It's been really good to see you.
Yeah. I think Baz is trying to get on. Come on, Baz, I put you the link on, pal. Hear me. But yeah, that's. I mean, I wish that's. Well,
I love them random nights like that. Like you say, we went to get some supplies, and next minute we're having a laugh in a karaoke bar in a fishing village.
it wasn't a karaoke bar.
Yeah, I just told people
Baz is here.
basically to fuck off, Like, sorry, I have to close.
Guys,
Hey,
this is what's known as a Wiganer. He's from part of Lancashire. He's inside a wagon, and he's going to say hello to you guys while I make a brew. Well, carry on.
Hello, how are you? You all right?
Yeah, you doing, Baz?
All right. He's gone now. I just wanted to come on and get fucked off.
How's it going with not smoking?
19 days now. It's difficult.
Oh.
I've no fingernails left. I had her yesterday. It's gone.
He's still not smoking, Baz.
Yeah,
19
days.
days. Be 3 weeks
Keep
on
going,
Friday.
mate. Trust me, he'll get better. Crack on, mate. Go on.
Afternoon.
Yeah, that's the winner. Is that? No, that's well good. Is that, Baz? Yeah, that's the best thing you
I
ever
thought
do.
he was going to fuck us off then.
Though.
How are you guys? You okay?
yeah, we're great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
19 days. I feel better for it as well because I was breathing. I was like, so I feel better. Feel better for it.
Oh, by the way, Yaman, that's not a poster behind.
Yeah, I
He's
wanted
actually
to.
no, that's not a poster. He's actually got a captive lady. He travels. He's a wagon driver. He's in his wagon right now, and he just
I seem to be echoing. I can hear my own voice.
He has a lot of women. He picks them up.
How do you do this job? How do you get? I mean,
To be a wagon driver.
I kidnapped a woman. Yeah. I kidnapped lady.
Oh, only that bit though. Only that bit.
that's what happens when you quit smoking. That's the fifth time.
Okay, then just keep on smoking.
That's
The hitchhikers, they have nice thumbs. They have nice thumbs on the side of the road. I say, you come in, come, you come in, no problem.
You shoot them
Then,
by the thumb. Right?
He has a necklace of thumbs that he wears sometimes.
they look good from there. Yeah.
Just a necklace made out of thumbs.
Then you hit over the head with a piss bottle. You see?
The plastic one.
That's his piss bottle.
Oh,
The head is in the cupboard.
Where are you tonight, Baz?
I
What are you
seem to be
tonight, Baz?
echoing.
Where are you tonight, Baz? Earth to Barry. Planet Earth to Barry.
Yeah,
This is
just
Planet
the-
Earth. Are you there, Barry? Hello. Oh, fuck off, Baz.
Coventry.
Oh, Coventry. Bloody hell, that were a big delay.
Coventry.
Oh, you've been sent to Coventry, have you?
Third time. Coventry.
He's got a massive delay going on.
yeah.
Oh, I get what you did there. Yeah. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, I get what you did. I get what you did there. Yeah.
He's got a huge delay.
I don't
It's
know.
about a
Nobody's
week
speaking to me.
Rory says 3 months now and no cigs. I could smell it on someone the other day and it knocked me sick. Yeah, that's like with me. See,
Yeah.
we're going to do one on smoking, aren't we? Actually, we're going to do a show on smoking.
Yeah, that's coming. Yeah, guy. I've stopped smoking. Well,
Yaman
over a
has
year
it.
now.
Yaman still smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I was a big smoker, weren't I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bad smoker,
Long-
mate.
He's not a big smoker. He's only 5'8".
November the 6th, not this time the year before.
Oh,
So
really? Nice.
yeah, good.
My
wow.
signal's really rubbish tonight, so if you fuck us off, I'll just watch in chat.
Barry,
Fuck him off,
we
Steve.
can hear you fine. Whatever you're hearing, but I can
No,
hear Baz fine.
no, he's about a week behind.
Yeah.
I was talking to him. I asked him where he was, and about a minute later he said Coventry. Are you there, Baz? Oh, fuck him off, Steve. His signal's really bad.
Well, you may have been sent to Coventry, but you can also get fucked, man. I don't know if you know what sent to Coventry. You probably don't know what that means, but in English thing, if you've been sent to Coventry, is when everybody just ignores you.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in a room with people and nobody's speaking to you, you might go, "What's crack? Have I been sent to Coventry?" I mean,
But
where's
it's
never
it
had
come
that.
from?
Steve, we've never had that.
Like
But
it's a real
what's
place?
the origin of this saying?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it was just like you've been sent to Coventry. I think different areas had different places that you got sent to. I think that's how it works.
Well, do you think it's only an area around here that we said it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well, I think it's an old phrase that got picked up and now it's become universal. You know, I think that's
I
what
think
it is.
it's a phrase that's said everywhere except for Coventry.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what
Yes.
there's a place, Yaman, in England called Hartlepool, right? And do you know what they call people from Hartlepool?
What?
They call them monkey hangers. Because there's an old tale, right? There's a really old tale. It's a total myth. It's not true. That a French boat got shipwrecked, right? And the thing that what survived was a monkey, and they thought it was a Frenchman, so they hung him.
It was in Napoleon years, apparently. The ship's gone down,
Yeah.
and the mascot was a chimpanzee, and they dressed the mascot as like a captain. So when they've got, and they've never seen French people before, immigration again. So they've found what they think's a French guy. They're going, "So what are you doing here?" And it's, obviously the monkey's just going, and they've hung it because he's not giving the answers what they wanted.
And people want to immigrate to this country.
I wanted to say that the situation for immigrants right now sounds like way better than before then. They were hanging monkeys because they thought they were French.
People are coming.
The government is warning, Polish citizens in England to come back.
People are coming across in dinghies, risking their life to come to a place where we hang animals because we think they're foreigners. Welcome to the UK. Oh, dear.
Right, guys, are we going to? Have we got
Yeah.
any
I think we're good, dude.
thoughts on the matter?
Good night, Nicole. Yeah, well, that was great. And
Yeah,
you might,
in chat.
Mag, thanks for coming on. You were
Thank you
absolutely
so much.
brilliant,
Great
and it was a
show.
pleasure to have you on.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. That
It was
fuck 'em off,
superb.
Steve.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us to fuck off.
Yeah, like most
Ready.
foreigners, eventually you will get fucked off. Send the buggers back. Send the buggers back.
Oh, dude. Sorry,
No,
Baz, your connection was
great still,
unbelievably bad, pal. You was about, I'm looking
worries,
about
Baz,
30
he knows.
seconds behind. No, I know, I'm just saying that. You're about 30 seconds behind, pal. It was really bizarre, that. Poor Monkey was only trying to make a cup of tea. Yeah. So, we're on Friday night, not Saturday, because Steve's going to Steve's in a bare knuckle fight on Saturday.
Is there any guys in the chat going to the bare knuckle fight in Manchester Saturday night? Going to watch my mate fighting trolls. Anyway, so we're going to do that.
So
And, I enjoyed the guys coming on. It's different to get a different perspective on things. And
I really enjoyed that. They were good that tonight.
I'd like to do more of that. We'll get more different characters on and different sides.
Yeah, we want to try and get more and more people on it and just try and show different aspects of the world. So next week we've got a rapist on.
I mean, but that one, How do we find rapists?
I don't know. I'm sure we'll.
What was the Brazen Saddles thing? What are your convictions?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I had that once.
Murder, thieving, stealing, rape. Rape. You said rape twice. I like rape.
I like rape. I used to have that because I did it one time on the on the show. Do you know when we were doing the films thing? But so Friday night. So it's going to be like the Saturday show, but it's going to be on a Friday.
Yeah.
So what's Rory said? What gets me is people caring about immigration, but we all live in our little circles and don't really integrate with many people. That's true, is that, Rory?
It's totally true.
Yeah, it's just people.
The whole thing is so contradictingly stupid.
Stupid. Yeah, it is. And I think it's how you're brought up, basically. I think it's a lot. If you're brought up with a negative outlook, then you'll have a negative outlook and you'll judge people as, in a negative way.
Morals from your parents.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
I feel quite privileged to have my parents and what, my morals kind of are. I think a lot of it comes from that. Me and Woz have been writing the book, and we're going through that kind of chapter of it, and it really does make, it's made me think like, the good sensible side to me anyway. I've got it from them.
No, you've always had good morals.
The fucking loony side, God knows where that's come from, but anyway.
Yeah, where has that come from? Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, we just have. I mean, I'm sensible now because it was the opposite way around. Steve had his sensible period when I had my daft period, and now I'm my sensible period, and he's in his daft period. Oh, you have settled down a lot now, though, haven't you? Oh, Lordy didn't like last week's show, did you? That's right. Good show, lads.
Lordy.
Better than last week's hippie bollocks. Bonjour. I know, yeah, you went right into that, Lordy. I enjoyed that, Lordy. It was a good show last week. Aaron was here.
Aaron was superb.
Yeah,
Ray was great. I like Ray's input as well. And what I liked about Ray's input? He knew that his side of it, what he wanted to talk about, wasn't right for the show. Yeah. That's a good...
Ray's brilliant. No, we love Ray. Ray's ace. He's really...
Appreciate that for him to understand that.
And he has a different point of view. But that's what you need, though. And you've got to be able to accept different points of view. That's the thing. You've got to accept different points of views. You know what I mean? There's no point going around going, I've got my views and that's it. You have to listen to somebody else. And if you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. It doesn't matter, does it? Right. So, on that bombshell. So, we'll see you on Friday. 8 o'clock Friday night. It's going to be the usual silliness. And we'll see what happens. So, I'll see you later on.
Auf Wiedersehen. Sayonara.